Okay, let's get back on topic now. As I was saying, here's this equation. You solve the homogeneous equation. Boom, you got your psi matrix. There's your fundamental set, this and this. Here's your fundamental set here. Okay? And it's all straightforward for 2 by 2 matrices. 3 by 3, you get a cubic equation that you might not be able to solve exactly.
Plug it in a calculator.
The what?
Just plug it in a calculator.
Yeah, either that or you use a little pre-calculus. But as I said, in the real world, you're not going to get equations that come out nicely where you can figure out one of the roots. Then you go to approximation methods or calculators or whatever. Okay? Better use mathematical methods to approximate the roots, because there's so much of that and you have to have insight into approximation methods. Okay, anyhow, we get this. Okay, so all I gotta do is invert this, and of course the question came, how do you invert this? My answer was, I think you switch these and change the signs of these, but I'm not sure. But you also have to divide by the determinant, because the product of this matrix and what you get when you invert that is going to have the determinant as a factor twice. Okay, so you have to divide by the determinant, and that's all straightforward linear algebra if you review it a little bit. So let's just see if I can figure out psi inverse. Okay, you're going to get maybe. And again, I don't remember how to do this because I can always rederive by row reduction. Okay? Or by, yeah, there are many other ways to do it. Okay. And then you might have negative e to the t, e to the 3t, times the reciprocal of the determinant. Now what I want to know is if I multiply this out, do I get the same thing on the diagonals, and do I get zeros on the secondary diagonal, right? That's kind of the test. So e to the t, e to the negative 3t multiplied by this gives me 2e to the 4t, which will give this, I'm going to get a 1. Okay? In the 1, 1. And multiplying here, opposite signs multiplied by the same thing, going to give me 0. Okay? So this and this multiplied out here is going to give me 0. Fortunately, because you're going to have an e to the 6t, and I was getting worried about that. And then multiplied here is going to give me 2e to the 4t. So I did it right, but that was only dumb luck. Okay? I happen to remember it right from a year ago, last time I did it. Now there are only a couple of possible choices. I mean, I know that these two reverse and these two stay the same and something changes sign. Okay, so it wasn't hard to deduce. But that's all I did. I had unreliable memory and I checked myself out. It's another plug for always checking what you do. Okay, so U prime equals psi inverse G of t. I've just solved this equation, right? Actually, I've got this here. I wrote it out, and I'll repeat it so I can. So that equals what? Well, I'm going to divide by the 2e to the 4t. Yeah, might as well. And I'm going to get e to the negative 3t over 2, negative e to the negative 3t over 2. And I'm going to get e to the negative t over 2, and e to the negative t over 2 times g of t, which is e to the negative t 0, So u prime is what? It's going to be e to the negative 4t over 2. Where am I? Yeah. And e to the negative 2t over 2. So u equals, we can just integrate inside here, e to the negative 4t dt, put the 1/2 here. Okay? So that's integral e to the negative 4t
e to the negative 3t divided by
no. Negative 1/4 e to the negative 4t. I mean, the derivative of e to the negative 4t is negative 4 e to the negative 4t, right? Now, you haven't integrated enough exponential functions recently. If you have any question about that, you try to use a power function.
yeah.
Get over it. Okay? Alexander knows better. You should. But Alexander's thinking more about calculus right now. Okay.
You'll have a negative though.
Yeah. I just had to put that down. You and I was going.
Of course.
You believe me or not. Okay? And it's going to be negative e to the negative 2t over 4. And you can verify this by taking the derivative of this, which is going to be negative 4 times this, which is get rid of the negative and make this a 2 and you back to this, right? The derivative of this is this. You want to check it, especially here it's fuzzy on integrating as you appear to be.
Oh, that's about the easiest thing to integrate.
Yeah, it is, and you know that. So, you know, now that you've embarrassed yourself, just never do it again. Okay, so there's your u function, right?
Embarrassment is good for the soul.
Huh?
Embarrassment is good for the soul.
Hey, the best things I've ever done in mathematics have been due to embarrassing myself. I mean, I got my graduate fellowship by embarrassing myself in an introductory topology class, going home and solving the problem, and coming back when my professor couldn't solve it, and neither could the guy that finished high in the Putnam competition. Okay? And I got to defend myself in front of this Korean guy, great guy. I mean, these guys ended up really good buddies, and his Chinese buddy, and the Putnam guy, for 2 hours defending my proof. Okay? I had to have an airtight proof to get over my embarrassment. So if you don't embarrass me, I don't do crap.
I can, I'll just ready to put it on.
Even if you do, sometimes I don't either, but I lucked out on that one. Okay. Took him a while to realize I was really just a bonehead. Okay, so here we've got this, right? So what's our solution? Where are we in this whole thing?
Let's see. Where did
Well, what did we assume? Right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, what's AB? Well, that's what we just solved for.
What is it?
Well, yeah. Actually, no, we solved for AB up here. Here's our U. I'm sorry. Okay?
I don't remember where we got you from.
U is what you got to multiply by psi to get a particular solution.
Okay, yeah.
So, ancient premise, you know, it was like 30 minutes ago. Ancient premise. You know, I don't expect you to remember that because
So we still have to multiply that by the psi matrix?
Yeah.
And that'll get you,
That'll get you your y particular solution. Okay? So we might as well go ahead and do that, but I'm going to let you multiply it by psi.
so that over there should have said y general, right? Instead of a particular solution?
Yeah, up here, here's our premise. Okay? Yeah, that's exactly where it was.